day today?
I'm doing great. How are you? Of
I'm good. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
course, I'm super excited.
Well, let's start off with first question I have. Been in this for only a couple of years, but you've already been in so much. So much. So where did the love of wanting to be on the stage, on the screen come from?
Well, at first, I think what really got me into the business was my sister Catherine, who is also in the show with me. She kind of started, we were all doing school plays and things when we were like 5, 6, and 7. And then my sister started to do like some regional theater. And then she ended up getting an agent, which kind of motivated me and my other sister to go into the city with her and try doing some of like the theater she was doing.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think we all started getting like some agents, and then we started getting TV auditions. And then I was on the national tour of Les Miserables. And then the rest is history, I guess you could say.
Did you know when you first started, like kind of going out for these auditions, you wanted to go more the television route, or did you at first think you wanted to stay more Broadway?
Well, at first, I wanted to say I did my first like theater thing in New York
Hmm.
when I was about 7 or 8, around that area. And I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in because I was so young. And I only had really done competitive dance, which I still do now. I I do competitive dance, and then that's what I thought I wanted to do. And then I think I'd say I don't really think I knew what I was doing. I'm gonna be honest. I think I was just kind of doing like theater because I thought it was cool because my sister was doing it. And then I feel like I really started to love it while I was on the tour of Les Miserables.
How was it touring? Because at such a young age, it's got to be a lot to be asked to leave school and hit the ground running.
Yeah, so I want to say I was in third grade when that tour was happening. It was crazy, yeah. I was 8 going on 9. I had my birthday there. But I was away from home for 6 months. And it is a commitment to go away on tour, but
Yeah.
I think it's such a good experience because it taught me how to be like really independent. I had like a bunch of different people staying with me, like my grandparents stayed with me, and then I had like a babysitter at one point.
Hmm.
But I think like the overall tour experience, I love live theater. Like theater and like performing on stage. It's just like always been something I really enjoyed, and being able to like do that basically every single night for 6 months in front of 3,000 people a night was just like a really good experience. And that
It's
kind
got
of
to be,
also my career. So
yeah, it's got
yeah.
to be also a little nerve-wracking too. In third grade, and you're performing in front of over 3,000 people every night.
Yeah, and little Cosette and I played little Cosette little Cosette and young Eponine. Little Cosette had her own solo song. So that I had to do that every other night. And that was like really challenging because I get nervous pretty easily because like I'm like, what if I mess up? Because
Yeah.
you only have one shot. Like you can't be like you can't restart the song because somebody's watching the show. So it was really nerve-wracking.
Would you do it again though? Go back out on tour?
Probably. I would love to, but I think right now my focus is probably more on TV since like the Loud House and all that stuff. But
Hmm.
I think I've always like maybe when I'm like an adult, I've always like wanted to actually like maybe go back and do Les Mis, but play like the older version of the character that I played.
That'd be awesome.
That
Well,
would be
let's talk the Loud House.
let's
You guys had the sequel basically come out in November. So what was it like to return to the character after 2 years?
Well, stepping back in Lucy's shoes is like always like so fun in my opinion because in some ways me and Lucy are like, but we're also very different. So like in the movie, I did feel like Lucy had a different, not like a different vibe, but the movie was only an hour long.
Hmm.
So like you didn't like see much of what like Lucy really was. And now I feel like in the TV show, everybody has like their moment and their like time. And like you do really get to see different sides of Lucy. So like I think coming back into the TV show, I was like just as excited or maybe even more excited because I knew that this would like be even like longer, more opportunities, and it was, and it's so great. But the movie, I think with the movie's success, like I was really excited about like there had always been like rumblings being like, maybe there's a movie, maybe there's like a sequel or a second season. And then when there actually was, it was like,
When did you find out that they were going to be doing a second one?
well, I was on vacation. I was skiing, and I don't think we really knew, like, confirmed until the Deadline article came out saying it had been greenlit by Nickelodeon and Paramount. And then we like immediately posted it on our Instagram since we wanted everybody to know.
Yeah. So what's it like working with your sister on this?
I love working with my sister. I mean, it wasn't like it was a coincidence because when we showed up for the first day of pre-production work for the movie, they didn't know we were siblings.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I was like, we look exactly alike.
Yeah.
Name. Do you not like get the hint? We're from the exact same thing. We had the exact same backdrop for audition. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But
Did they so when you guys auditioned, they casted both of you not knowing that you were related?
that's what they told us.
Oh my God, that's insane.
But I love getting to work with my sister because we obviously live in the same house while we're filming.
Yeah.
So whenever we get the call sheet for the next day and it says what scenes we do, we run lines together. And then on set, we always help each other out. Like even if we're doing like interviews, we always talk about it before. Since like if you have somebody who's like doing the exact same thing as you and they're doing the exact same job and like they like I don't know, but they just like we like give each other advice and like we can be like we can talk about ideas, we run scenes with each other, and then on set she is always helpful towards me and I'm always helpful towards her, and we're just supportive of each other, so I think it works out great.
I think that's really nice that the two of you are able to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And then it seems that, you know, your guys' relationship while you're on set, though it's professional, you're always looking to better each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, would you work with your sister again in something different than a Loud House?
I mean, I think like yeah, I could never like turn down the opportunity to work with somebody I know.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's always more like things like happening, but it's honestly really rare that you get to like work with your sister. So I would definitely do it again.
I'm still dying over the fact that they did not know that you guys were sisters.
It's crazy. I honestly don't really know why, how or why they didn't know.
Yeah. At some point while you guys were filming, did they finally say, "Oh yeah, it does make sense that you guys are sisters. You're very similar."
Well, I think we told them like we told them on the first day that we went.
Yeah.
Because they were like referring to us as like they were like, "Oh, where are you staying? Who's your guardian?" Because like I think the whole thing was like, "Where's your mom?" Because like
Yeah.
I my mom, but she was also like sometimes if she went to the bathroom and somebody like was like, "Oh, where's your mom?" She's like, "My mom's Aubin," and she was like, "Your mom?" And then they were like, "Oh, you guys are sisters," and then like everybody started to realize.
So if we got a third, whether it be movie season for the Loud House, what would you like to see happen?
Well, there's like always like something in the works. But I would really like to see, well, Halloween's my favorite holiday. Halloween's Lucy's favorite holiday. I would like to see, I mean, there's on the animated show, there's episodes of Lucy like doing like spooky things, setting up a Halloween corn maze, and she goes all out. So maybe like a Halloween movie or episode would be really fun because it would like maybe like have like Lucy to like something dealing with her because I mean, I'm pretty sure she was born on Halloween. So that would be kind of fun.
That would be a lot of fun. And I think the character would have a lot of fun.
Oh,
And you kind of brought up my next question. She is obviously you play her in the live action, but she's also animated too. So for you, when you're playing her in the live action, do you take any inspiration from the animated version or is everything just you?
a lot of it, not a lot of it, but a decent amount of it. I actually watched the animated show when I was younger. Like I like when I came home from like dance when I was like 6 and 7, 8, I would like turn on the Loud House when I came home while I was doing like my 1+1 is 2 homework.
Yeah.
And I think Lucy was coincidentally always my favorite character because I don't know, she's just really cool.
Yeah.
But when I got the audition, I was like kind of confused because like a live action of the like a remake, I have never heard of that. So I did some re-researching, but as I like when I get a scene for the next day and when I read the scripts, I try to find something maybe in the animated show that she does. Like there was like some like moments where like she's actually excited, but she's like, I'm bursting with excitement. But like she's not like, I'm bursting with excitement.
Yeah.
Who she is. So I definitely did try to take some advice. And the new show Wednesday that's out on Netflix, I also watched that, and that kind of like helped me like learn from my character a little bit.
It's yeah, Wednesday's really, really good. I really enjoy that whole series, and Jenna Ortega's killing it as Wednesday.
I could rant that. It's like my favorite TV show. Jenna Ortega is like,
Yes, yeah, there was. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, a little skeptical when they first announced her because I was like, let me see how her take on this is. But man, she killed it, and
she,
she's so much fun.
yeah.
And I mean, your Lucy though is very similar to
Oh
Wednesday.
yeah. So like honestly, I would just like love to like when I like saw that like she was doing it, I was also interested. I was like, how would she do it? And now all I want to do is have a conversation about how our characters are so similar.
They are so similar though. You hit the nail on the head. It's like if
I get told a lot that I look like Wednesday, but
you do. Well, I was looking at the pictures of Lucy in like you're obviously you in the loud house and then a really loud house, and I'm just dying because I'm like, wait a minute, like putting the two and two together because I just finished watching Wednesday, so I had a good kick over that. I was like, I feel like I just saw this character, but no. So maybe that's something in a couple of years, when if they ever do it again or looking for a Wednesday character.
I would love to play like a teenage Wednesday.
Yeah.
That'd be really
Well, let's talk about your future. What is in the works for you that you can talk about, or what is, what's coming up for you?
Well, I have a animated show called Bing coming out soon. I can announce that, I think, because I think it might already be out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I play a bunny named Coco, and then I have another Apple TV series coming out very soon, and then we may or may not be heading back to somewhere familiar that you guys have heard of from us in February for something exciting. We're filming a movie.
Well, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the voice acting. That's not something that you've done a lot of. So
Yes.
what's that like, jumping from physical acting to being behind a microphone?
It's definitely different, but like it's also kind of the same. Even though like the camera's not on your face, when you're doing voiceover acting, you also you find yourself maybe like kind of like talking with your hands and using your face because like you kind of want to like if you're like saying something, you want to like feel how you would say it so like it comes across better. But I didn't have much I actually don't have much experience doing voiceover. And it's really different because they want many versions of different things. Like normally you don't use your regular voice. Like I play a bunny who talks like this and she's so like sweet and little and like it's so different.
But I mean, you just did going into that voice just seems so natural for you.
Yeah, I love doing like impersonations. I love accents. I love like finding a character that I'm just like for example Stitch, like I have like a good impression of him. That's fun.
You think it's funny when you were talking about the bringing the voice to life and how it's a lot of hand movements and a lot of body movement. Do you think your history with your competitive dance kind of helps that because you're telling a story on stage through your dance and have to make sure that person in the very very back understands and can see you and is getting what you're trying to give out?
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, dance is like something I have a huge passion for, but in voiceover you definitely like do kind of like move around, but it's also just like because like they wanted me to say my line while doing like jumping jacks, and
Oh
then
my
that
God.
was kind of interesting because they wanted me to be like yeah, and then I think I don't know, I feel like dance you really need a lot of space, and the voiceover booths are really really tight. But dance is just like one of my favorite things to do. So anytime I can incorporate it into like the really loud house or into like voiceover or anything, it's always like so exciting.
Now, are you still competitively dancing now in between stuff, or is it kind of just for fun now?
I do still competitive dance. I at my studio, I do dance. Like the competition season starts in like February, so that'll be exciting. I have like a solo and a couple group dances that I work on with my team, which is incredible because I love competing and taking classes and training. It's like some of my favorite things to do whenever I get the chance to.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite style to dance to?
Two. I may have like I think I have two actually.
Okay.
I like contemporary and then I
Mm-hmm.
like jazz.
Ooh, I love jazz. Can never do it, but I love it. Do you have any interest in heading back to the stage anytime in the future, or just kind of want to stick to TV and possibly film?
I definitely do want to some point get back on the stage. I'd love to be on Broadway.
Hmm.
I mean, live theater, I mean, I started out with it. I would always want to go back to it. But like, I think based on where the Loud House is heading, I think like that's gonna probably be the focus for like a little bit. But I definitely do like if an audition for theater comes my way, I definitely want to always go in for that because I love theater and I kind of do miss being on the stage.
Do you have a role that you would love to play?
Like a dream role for I'll give you
Yeah.
like TV and on the stage.
Yeah.
Um
What is it? Or what
okay,
are
so
they?
for TV it's Wednesday Adams.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
I
I still think would be perfect casting.
thank you. But yeah, for theater, there's so many like options because there's so many different shows.
So many.
Hmm. Oh, well, that'd be as I was saying earlier, I feel like I might would like since I played like the little Cosette and I played young Eponine,
Hmm.
I think I'd want to go back as trying to decide between Cosette and Eponine because they're like such good characters.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say I probably want to go back as young older Eponine.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick. Though you
Yeah,
could do both and be like every other night, be one of them. That'd be really cool too.
that would be cool.
It'd be a lot of intense work though, a lot of work on your voice, um, but it would be awesome. No, I would love to see that. I'd love to see you get back onto the stage.
Too.
And besides obviously the dance and film and TV, what do you like to do for fun? We're into December now, the holidays around. So what is it? What is your way of just calming and relaxing and kind of, being there for yourself?
Oh, I have like a lot of like outside hobbies. I love to paint.
Oh,
I
wow.
I'm yeah. Me and my family we're big skiers. So
Hmm.
we're definitely going skiing over winter break, I think. We might be heading up to Vermont.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I like to ski. I love to make like matcha and chai.
Yeah.
I don't like coffee, so I drink matcha and chai. So I always make that like every single day. I have a
Really?
lot of things that I do. Oh, I play Roblox and like video games.
Do you have a
I
favorite video
probably
game?
like uh probably Roblox. I
Yeah.
oh wait, and I have like Steam and then like I play like Jurassic World and like Fortnite, but like I
Yeah.
got me too. That's fun. And then I normally play with like the cast members, so that
Yeah.
also like brings me back to it. I have a lot of hobbies. I don't know why I'm like blanking.
Because you're on the spot right now. Once we get off, you're gonna have a whole list and be like, why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? It happens. If you try to put me on the spot right now, I'd be like, I have no idea.
I also feel like I do like too many things.
Figure out what you like to do.
I like to do a lot of things. I think that's where my like brain's like I like everything that I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like you like to try everything. Like something comes your way, you're not gonna say, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I love trying foods. I love trying new activities. I love
Hmm.
going places. So like I'm like a mixture of like an introvert and extrovert. So it's kind of interesting.
That is actually really interesting because you don't hear that a lot. The mixture you hear like, oh, I'm either an introvert with a little bit of extrovert tendencies or the complete opposite. So to hear you sounds like you have a good, well balance that when you need to be an extrovert, you're going to be an extrovert. When you want to be an introvert and not near anyone, you'll be an introvert.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And that's big, at your age, not a lot of people would understand that. And then also, how you were balancing everything is insane to me. Because when I was your age, I was like, nope, I'm just doing this sport and going to school. That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah, school's definitely sometimes hard to manage. I have midterms this week. I took one
Oh
this
my
morning
gosh. You took
before
one
I,
this morning?
yeah, just before I came to on this interview. I was actually just, I literally just came from school.
Oh my God. How'd it go?
I don't know.
No? Do you
I
feel good
mean,
about it though?
I had my, I'm taking a year ahead math this year because normally in sixth grade you take regular math, but I'm taking pre-algebra, so I had that today.
Oh
And
my God.
I also had, I was just on Pix 11 this morning, but that was at 8 a.m. So then I started my midterm at like 10 to like 11-ish. I don't know, sometime around then.
How is your mind not like your brain just melting right now?
I don't know. Like I'm still on a different time zone actually, so I had to get up at 5 this morning. That was 3 a.m. to me.
Oh my gosh. When did you are you on the East Coast right now?
I am. I'm at my house in New Jersey, but we had the wrap party Sunday night. I flew out, wait, no, Saturday night. I
Yeah.
flew out at 4 in the morning on Sunday. And then, so I was up at 4 in the morning, and then I just woke up to me, that felt like 3 in the morning today.
Yeah.
It was like 10 a.m. to me right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least after this, do you get to have, kind of calm down and things get to quiet down? Or are you still going for,
No, I have 4 hours of dance tonight.
oh my gosh.
and then I go to bed, I take another midterm, and then I go to dance, and then I have an interview.
Oh my God. You're just, as we continue this conversation, I just get more and more impressed with you, with everything that
Thank
you've
you.
accomplished and everything that you are able to balance. I mean, it sounds like you have a great support system there helping you with your
Yeah.
sisters and with your parents. So, what's that like having that support system, knowing that you have people who are in your corner every step of the way, but also know, like, okay, now we've got to take a step back.
Yeah, my mom is like my number one supporter.
Yeah.
She goes with me like mostly everywhere, and like she is probably the smartest person like in the entire planet. And if she will like sacrifice anything to make anybody around her happy. And like she's the most incredible person because like we weren't supposed to stay for the wrap party, and I was like, Mom, I really want to stay. And
Yeah.
then she made it happen. And then like if I don't understand something at school and like the set teachers are busy, my mom's gonna help me. And like if I'm like struggling on a scene and I don't know what way to approach it, my mom got into NYU Tisch, and like
Oh my gosh.
she did acting when she was my age, so like she like can help me every way.
Yeah,
So,
that's amazing.
and my dad, he's great. He is normally at home working, but he
Yeah.
always is. He calls me every day and we check in for about 20 minutes and talk about how my day went. And then I'm in very close touch with my siblings, all my friends
Mhm.
from home, and everybody's always just so like supportive of what I do, which is so great.
Yeah, that does sound like it's great. Now, how many siblings do you have?
So I have three biological siblings, and we have
Hmm.
one. So it's kind of confusing. So my brother, I'll kind of like give you like a little summary of the story. So my brother he goes to boarding school, and he met this foreign exchange student who lives in Ghana, but he can't really like go home in between his
Yeah.
breaks because, and like he doesn't have like, I don't know, something like he can't really go back. And we like took him in, and now we're like the full-time like guardian of him. So we're working on getting his license as the next step for him. His name's Obed. So I technically now have four siblings, but we're kind of like a real life Loud House.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
we
like it.
literally are. Like there's so many in our family, and I love having a big family because if I
Yeah.
just need something like Catherine, come, and then like they always are like there. It's great.
And then your friends come over and they're just like, wow, your house is really, really loud. And it's like, it actually is pretty normal.
Yeah, I'm like, is it though? I don't have any pets besides my fish, so I guess that
Yeah.
makes it a little more calm because a lot of people where I live have like dogs, but I'm scared of
Yeah.
dogs. I'm not getting a
Yeah.
dog.
Now, besides Catherine, are your other siblings into acting as well? Or,
Yes, my brothers aren't. My the middle sister Alex, she is also an actress. she's in Fleischman is in Trouble, Blacklist. You
Yep.
should go watch her on that, everybody. But yeah, she's also an incredible actress. She does acting as well. She loves it. But she also she goes to school. Me and Catherine aren't homeschooled. We go to like
Mhm.
in-person school, and she goes to school with us, which I love.
That's once again, continue to impress me with everything that you guys are doing. Just
Thank
the
you.
balance of it.
Thank you so
It's
much.
I just could never imagine being like having done that, and you were just making it seem so easy and so just on it. And as I said, you guys are great in the Loud House and a really loud house. I enjoy to watch it with my nieces and nephews, and we all had a blast. And I think that's on you guys, and I'm so excited to see what else you have in store for us in the coming months, coming years. And as I said, I'd love to see you if you ever head back to the Broadway stage. Love to see you there.
Yeah.
But also love to see, where your TV and film career, because I think it's going to be a very long career for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.